How long should your novel be? Is there a minimum length that readers expect? And what happens if your novel doesn't hit that length? In this video, I'm going to talk about the age-old question and answer how long should your novel be? What's up, guys? Michael Around here with Author Level Up, helping you write world-class stories better and faster. And I create these writing videos because I believe that each of you has a Stephen King level talent and you just need help unlocking it. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and click that little bell, ding, 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 to get notifications every time I have a new writing video. And in this writing video, we're talking about this difficult question of how long should your novel be? Right? And the reason I asked this question, and I'm answering it in this video, is because I get a lot of questions from people that say, well, my novel, it's not this length that readers expect, and I'm afraid that people aren't going to buy my book because it's not the right length. People are also afraid that they might receive low reviews from readers for their novel not hitting the mark, maybe being too long or too short. And I've written over 50 books, and 30 of those have been novels. And here's what I can tell you about novel length. Not a single review I've ever received has been a low review just because of the length. So the short answer to this question is, how long should your novel be? Well, it should be as long as it needs to be. There's no requirement length. There's no required length. Like, nobody's going to come to your house and shoot you because most of the novels in your genre are 50,000 words and your novel is 45,000. Like, it just doesn't happen. Readers, all they care about is a good story. And if that story is 30,000 words, then the story is 30,000 words. If it's 120,000 words, then it's 120,000 words. I think we have to get out of this mindset of, well, everybody else is doing this and doing this, and their books is this length. You know, just remember what your mom said. You know, if Timmy and Jamie jumped off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge too? No. So why does your novel have to be the same length? So let's hit this from another angle too. So let's say that a lot of comparable books in your genre are 50,000 words, and you write a novel that ends up being 40,000 words. I think a lot of people would have the temptation to pad the novel, like to go back in and add in things or add in subplots or beef up some of the descriptions to get the book closer to that 50,000 word mark. I don't think that's necessary. In fact, I think it will detract readers from enjoying your story, because one of the things that readers are really good at is they're really good at sensing when something isn't right. So if you phoned it in for the story and you're taking shortcuts, they're going to notice it. If you pad your novel with tons of extraneous stuff that doesn't matter, they're going to notice it. And if you're worried about getting low-star reviews for length, you're especially going to get low-star reviews for length at that point. Now, if your novel is too long, the urge is also going to be to cut the novel, to cut scenes or subplots or things like that. But you have to be the artist. Do you believe in your craft? At this point, you've written the book, you've edited it probably. Do you believe in it? And if the answer is yes, then believe in your art. Right? Now, that doesn't mean that the story doesn't have some areas for improvement or that it's perfect. But if you told the story that you felt that you needed to tell, then stand up for that. And I think readers will respect you for that. And don't worry so much about the star reviews. Worry about the quality of your story. My thing on this is that people just get so worked up about book length. And I think some of that has to do with NaNoWriMo, right? So you got to write 50,000 words in order to win it. But the reality is that there's no council, there's no committee somewhere, there's no government body that says a novel has to be 50,000 words, or that a novel has to be 70,000 words, or that space opera has to have 80,000 word minimum in order to be viable in today's marketplace. It just doesn't exist. If somebody finds something like that, please tell me. But there is not a universally accepted length requirement for any novel. In fact, look at novels throughout history, and some of the best-selling novels have been really short, and there have been hugely best-selling novels that have been really, really long. With that, my advice is to stand up for your art, write the story that you need to write, and that's what I would be focusing on. If you want more tips on how to become a writer, be sure to check out my Become a Writer playlist, where I've got tons of videos that go back to basics and talk about all the things you need to know to start your career as a self-published writer. With that, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.
perfect.